like it's hot outside, bro.
It's cold as hell
No.
down here.
Y'all got sweatshirt. Y'all got like long sleeves on. I guess because I was out most of the day, and I just saw that temperature keep going up to like the 80s.
Yeah, we got fans on in this house.
Hey, I don't blame you.
Fans, air, AC, all that good jazz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what time it is. The red light is on. So you know what that means, good brothers. We are back for another episode of the Wrestling Realm Now podcast. And trust me, we are not exhausted because we are pros. But another heavy hitting week of pro wrestling and another $1 million question because Roman Reigns in the bloodline. More dangerous than ever. I said it, I called it, I tried to tell people before, and everybody's just going along with the flow. But on tonight's show, I'm going to talk about exactly how I feel and what is going to happen next, brothers. Wait till you hear this one. Not to mention, we got to finish talking about the results of Clash Triple A's Mask vs. Mask having over 2 million viewers. What does that mean for Triple A? So much to talk about. All that and more. Let's get it.
Houston, we have a problem.
Welcome to the Wrestling Realm Now podcast, where we take a deeper dive into the world of professional wrestling. Now, I'm your host, yours truly, the realness himself, the real Dwayne Allen, and I am in the building. And he is your host, Mr. Super Producer, Brother Hugh. We know him as has the third H to the H to the S, T to the H to the E, 3 to the R, to the D is in the building. And he is your host, not just any guy, but the belt guy, Brandon, the guy. If he's not in this building, he's in another building. And he is your host, the man, the myth, the legend, the creator, the founder of the show, and still, Mr. I'm striking on my own. I don't need you. Hollywood. Brian H. Waters is in the building, and we are back, gentlemen. How you guys feeling? It's another episode of the Wrestling Realm Now podcast, another freaking week of intense professional wrestling, and another week of conversations to help people understand what's really going on with a level of intellect that they might not have looked at it before. How's everybody feeling?
Awesome. Great.
I'm
Brother,
feeling
he's on
all right,
vacation, so Marvin's not with us today.
No, he's not. Yeah.
He usually makes his cameo, but he's not here with us. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It's been a busy week. God, I had to make some content. Look, it was so crazy Monday.
Mhm.
I said, "Look, y'all, I'm sorry, I can't wait. I got to get these takes off." So that's why I had to hit them with the bring it down with Brian H. So yeah, now I'm ready to talk about it with my bros.
Okay.
And
Okay.
This should be quite interesting. Like I said, Clash in Italy. We talked about it last week. We talked about the caliber of PLEs that WWE is putting on globally around the world, and this PLE did not disappoint. And oh look, I just saw Derek Queen in the audience, and did not disappoint for more reasons than one. And I think there's so many intellectual conversations that could come from this, but we're not going to waste any time getting into that right now. We're going to go with the logistics and just continue to remind people that we are 15 years in to the wrestling realm, 15 years of superior wrestling intellect. For goodness gracious, it blows my mind that we've been doing this for this long, but we are celebrating an anniversary. This is an anniversary year. We have a lot of content coming down the pipeline to help people get to know us a little bit better, help people catch up on what they've loved, what they may not have seen or been familiar with in the last 15 years. And trust me, the stuff that we are going to produce and put out is it's going to be noteworthy. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting to take a look back down memory lane about how we got to be, all the products we've been working on, all the stuff we're doing now, and where we're headed. But for like I said, as I say every week, if those who are just learning about the wrestling room and you are not familiar, or you think we're bluffing right now, no, there's footage. Listen, take a quick moment to catch up on what you've probably missed in the last 15 years. So there you have it.
No memory lane.
Brian H with a lot of polo shirts, the realness with hats and glasses on his face. So plenty of that though. Is continue to celebrate with us as we continue to walk through this year, celebrating 15 years of the wrestling realm. I can't wait till you guys see what we come up with. But stay tuned to all of our social medias and continue to listen to the show for more updates. And when that stuff comes out, oh boy, it's I can't wait for you all to see it. But with that being said, gentlemen, let's not waste any time because it's time for us to get into our most famous segment known as What Did You Watch? Because we already know what the heck we watch and we have to figure out. We have to explain. We have to break down, no pun intended, Brian H. Why the Bloodline, as I said for the last 3 shows, is going to be more dangerous than ever. The WWE locker room should be put on notice. None of my favorite wrestlers stand a chance now, but we'll get into that. But without further ado, Rocky Balboa, Apollo Creed, can you do us the honors of helping us start the show the correct way by ringing the bell so we can get this show on the road?
Want to ring the bell?
Ding, ding.
Every week we do a segment known as What Did You Watch? Well, we already know what the heck we watched this week, but nonetheless, What Did You Watch is an opportunity for the brothers to get here collectively and have this conversation in front of the audience where we discuss all the things we got into that week so we can get our minds and our hearts prepared to have these type of conversations. So without further ado, let's discuss what we watch. Brought to you by our good friends at SeatGeek. If you're looking to purchase tickets to concerts, live shows, sporting events, and more, head over to SeatGeek.com where you can use our promo code Wrestling Realm for any one-time purchase of $50 or more. That's promo code Wrestling Realm on any one-time purchase of $50 or more. All right, dudes, what did you watch? We all watched Clash in Italy. We all know we watched that. There's no secret. But before we get into that, gentlemen, I'd be remiss if I didn't bring this up. AAA, right? Most recently put on a new show. Now we've talked about brand partnerships, and naturally the WWE owns AAA. So it's a WWE property, but their latest I don't know if you call them. I don't really call them. I guess you can call it PLE, Premium Live Event, because that doesn't really have a definition. But the match we all looked forward to, El Grande Americano and OG El Grande Americano face off in a very traditional lucha libre historical type of match that kind of helps define the entire genre, a mask versus mask match. I think the last time we saw something like this in WWE was with Sin Cara, when it was Sin Cara and Sin Cara Negro. And
Notable period in wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, we had a section where similar situations happen where you put somebody else under the mask, but then that person who was originally on the mask, they come back, and naturally you have conflict. But one of the things that I noticed the most about this match, first and foremost, did you guys get a chance to just to get familiar with what was going on as far as this match? I mean, we haven't been living under a wrestling rock, so we kind of all know it. But did you guys get a chance to at least see a good amount of what was going on in this situation here?
Sure did.
Bruh.
What's that for?
What?
The bruh. What does that mean? Is that a good bruh or a bad bruh?
Oh, it's a great. This could have been on WrestleMania if WrestleMania was what fans wanted to be. And what I mean by that is where like every match, fans want every match to like steal the show, 5-star match, whatever. this is one where the realness says, no, they couldn't have had this on WrestleMania because then nobody would have been able to follow that.
No, you got to protect the brand.
Yep.
When you look at Lucha Libre, and you look at the AAA and WWE partnership as it goes forward, there's more than one type of professional wrestling in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing to see how WWE has, to me, done the best job of trying to find that middle line of, hey, let's give them a 5-star production. Let's give them a 5-star presentation, but let's also, let's not just call it AAA, but, kind of put on what we usually do. There's a level of respect. There's a level of people that are familiar with AAA, the people that have come from AAA, that they allow them to keep their Lucha Libre roots while kind of getting them to, hey, adapt to this style, because this is what we consider crossover. This is what's going to bring this level of professional wrestling to the major audience. And they have been doing a phenomenal job of that. I have not watched so much AAA in my entire life, but now it seems like there's a new audience. So when you look at someone like El Grande Americano, we know him as Ludwig Kaiser before Chad Gable started this whole that was originally a WWE gimmick. And I mean that in every sense of the pro wrestling vocabulary.
Yep.
It was a gimmick. It was something that was a part of a story that was just supposed to, play its role in this bigger picture of what WWE was putting on at the time. But what it turned into for their culture in Lucha Libre, and it evolved into something so much more spectacular. And it shows me, like, globally, the differences in how wrestling audiences really are, because what we considered a joke and fun has been a major deal for them, right? The AAA audience has embraced WWE superstars like no other, and specifically El Grande Americano. It's ridiculous. Like, this dude is in tears every time he even gets in front of the Mexican people or any Latin American audience that embraces AAAs, because he seems to be shocked. He is the biggest star in their promotion. Not just on the wrestling side, but culturally, this man is hitting the streets. I'm like, man, you looking like Bret Hart and the Projects back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, he is truly a man of the people. He's a German guy that speaks fluent Spanish. I'm like, okay, so he's proven that he's embraced their culture, their ways, their Lucha Libre style, and the fans over there love him. So what was a joke or a gimmick for the WWE is turning out to be a very, very big deal in AAA. And it just shows the contrasting styles. Like, bro, pro wrestling is very, very different in so many different settings. We have so many different types and genres, so many different ways of participating and enjoying our pro wrestling. And Lucha Libre is, to me, I know a lot of people felt some type of way about Lucha Underground because it was different, but we also know it was kind of like Wrestling Society X. It was very scripted in a way, Los Angeles TV studio, sound stages and stuff like that. But it's like, there's an audience out here, and I think, fellas, we have been exposed to it, and it's insane to see what the difference in what is a gimmick in one space, what is a main event big deal in another.
Yep. I think that's the best part too. You get your wrestling appetite. You know what I mean? And just everything just looks better too. We discussed, like, even the championship. I told you I had a chance to actually, like, hold it, Dominic Mysterio's title, and I was like, yo, this actually looks good. I remember the way the old ones just kind of look plastic, to be honest with you,
like it's flat.
Yeah, but and you get to see, like, the love Chad Gable got, which I thought was incredible. I thought it was so incredible, the love he got down there. So this is exciting to see where they go forth, see how they move forward. And you sprinkle in, you got a lot of luchadors. You always sprinkle them in down there. First it was Dominic Mysterio. Well, not first, but he was down there, and he really puts that on map. Obviously, Rey Mysterio being, he's the GM now.
Yeah,
stuff like that. So that right there, I mean, he's the greatest luchador according to many circles. So this helps. Conan being on the commentary for the earlier parts, kind of opportunity, like, for the old school fans to, get Conan, but also he speaks both languages well, so he can kind of be that bridge. And then, Corey Graves gets to do his wrestler historian, where he can really be the wrestling nerd down there that he wasn't really able to be as much since Pat McAfee like kind of showed a different side. So it's all good stuff.
Don't forget JBL.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, JBL is incredible.
It's amazing to see how they have adapted, but it's all good though. Like
parts of me still hates this, right? And
you know
why?
What?
I said parts of me still hates this, right? You know that,
Why
right?
You want to see Kaiser?
Yeah, someone Ludwig Kaiser.
You want to see his face?
It's over.
I want Ludwig Kaiser, but no, I love it because now he's found a way to get over, and he's very successful now. I'm just eager to see what's next for. I need to see what's next for Chad Gable. I hope they don't fumble with him. To be honest, now that he doesn't have the mask.
Now, what do you mean fumble?
You know how WWE does. You know what I mean? Does he go back to the main roster? Does he show up in AAA a little bit more? Like what's next for him? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's your precious Triple H. He's not going to fumble that.
Nah, man. Like Chad Gable.
One, he's older. He's not. No, go ahead. Well, he's about to cook. I can feel like.
Oh no, I was.
Cooking moment.
Hey, he's born in the great year of 1986.
I was about to say like Chad Gable, man. Like he is one of the older guys, but he's arguably one of the best wrestlers in the world. Let's not front. Straight up, technically, like he's a 5-tool player, to be honest.
Yeah.
But we know that Triple H he kind of he fumbled the ball with him before, going with Sammy over Chad Gables. Yes, he did.
You think so?
He did. He did. Yes, he did. He did.
I thought that was perfect because I thought that was a face people wanted to see a face Chad Gable, so they thought, right? Mm-hmm. I thought that set up for an epic heel run that we got now. I think Chad Gable would have got stale if we would have stayed. If we would have went that route, people would have turned on him quick. He'd been where Sami Zayn is now, but he wouldn't have got all the accolades Sami Zayn got to get to this point.
Okay, yeah, I mean, you never know, but go ahead.
I think people are overreacting, to be honest with you. I think I understand the hesitation, but I think the hesitation is because he's just returning from injury, not because of. Think about it. Before he got hurt, he was on TV every week doing both.
He was
a grande americano. Then he left to search out the lucha way so I can beat the luchadors, and like it was to the point where he was losing matches and you couldn't tell because he was winning and him losing. And I was like, yo, he was the guy. Like he was on TV every week. And I don't think the expectations to me, I don't know what the expectations of everybody is because if you're a superstar, you're a superstar. And I don't think we can ask for anything more, especially based off the conversation we're going to have tonight, is because like if anybody's looking like, oh, Chad today, would he deserve to have some type of run? It's like, well, you can cancel Christmas. Is because of the way that the company is set up now, right? You got Roman Reigns back, you got Cody Rhodes back. There's no room. Like there's no room. It's not going to be anybody coming through. It's because you gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta sell tickets. You know what I mean? Fans like, oh, he deserves it. It's like, yeah, but was that ever in his, like, was that ever the plan for him? You know what I mean? So to your point, brother, I guess we have to figure out what people's expectations are, because it's like, look, don't assume, like, what do we expect it? Are we expecting him to be back on TV every week doing what he was doing? I'm not nervous because of Triple H. I'm nervous just because he's been injured. He's been off TV for so long. He's just coming back from a major. Remember, he was on a hot streak. He was on TV every week, and then he got hurt. And I was like, that's the worst thing that can happen to any professional wrestler, because you lose all your momentum. They got to go with somebody else now. I'd be more concerned about that than the actual booking of it, because it's like, well, he was a utility guy, but he was making it. He was getting over as a utility guy. The era of getting over utility guys was like coming back, because there's not many utility guys that, like, you know, that was like, okay, he can do everything. It's not just go in there and put in a good match and go home. I don't know. It's. I think it's a good question, brother. I think it's worth looking at. We'll see where this pivots. Does Triple H capitalize on the momentum that he had in AAA? Does it mean anything when he comes back to the main roster? Does he stick around in AAA for a little while longer? I don't know. That's a good question. I'm curious to wonder what he would want to do. What do you guys think he wants to do? Brother, he'll stay with you.
What does he want to do? I mean,
what are you thinking? Like
I think
put yourself in Chad Gable's shoes, and you're coming off an injury, you're coming off a run, and you have an epic mass versus mass match. Like, he keeps falling into great stuff by accident. Like, this wasn't supposed to be a big deal, but this is a huge deal. Like, this is not a joke. Like on WWE program, it might have been like, oh, that was cute. Those guys fighting with Matt. No, and Lucha, they're like, this is one of the greatest moments in our history of our business. You're like, wait a minute. Chad Gable, you've done it again.
Yeah.
So it's like
awesome match. Yeah.
So I get where people are like, hey, listen, man, there's a lot of momentum here. Let's not waste this. But what do you think he might want to do, brother?
Well, I would say, if anything, he needs to be doing more work in AAA than on the main roster, because you see how stacked the main roster is now.
Well, that's what I was alluding to.
And like you said, my fear is that he won't get enough time. But like you also said, Chad Gable always finds a way to get TV time because he's just that talented. So I just want to see what's next for him 100%, to be honest.
That's
because
fair.
I mean, if anything, I say AAA is where he needs to be.
Okay.
More TV time, it's more star power. They're already familiar with him. He can somehow run it back with Grande Americano somehow, some way down the line, but we'll see.
We all know this is going to come down to El Grande Americano versus Dominic Mysterio.
Absolutely.
Like it has.
New champion.
It has to. I don't know if it goes down in Triple Mania, which is the biggest show of the year for them. But, man, it blows my mind to see the Lucha Libre audience, like that section of the pro wrestling audience, really like in love with this character. And I think he's just as shocked because he's so emotional about it. He's like, I did not think I would be a main event player in the WWE right now on one of their brands. And he is.
He is 100%.
So it's just like, oof. And
it's a great, I was about to say, it's a great way to bring back Dominic Mysterio and kind of get some more of that heel heat on him.
Oh my
Grande Americano now, because he kind of like faded out a little bit. He's became more of a face in both the main roster and in AAA. So you want to get him back, Dominic Mysterio. Yeah, get him back on the heel side, doing heel things. Grande Americano is the biggest superstar over there right now. That's a good matchup for him.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what goes on. I like how they incorporate like their main people and characters, and then you have guys like Omos being Picango's heater, and the War Raiders. Okay, hey, all right, you're here. You know what I mean? So it's just like, all right, I'm okay with this. But I'm telling you, fellas, I find myself more and more intrigued with AAA. And it's like, I think I can embrace this that much more than I had before. I would be lying to you if I said I was like a avid AAA guy. No, but I knew what was going on, and it was always the main event stuff. Like, you know what I mean? It was always when what was Judas Macias' real name in AAA? I don't remember. I just knew it was Judas, his TNA name. But like when he was, you know what I mean, in the mix, and just the watching the talent go back and forth between CMLL to see who was loyal to them and who was loyal to AAA, and then just the many iterations of who was at the top, things like that. Those things made a huge difference. But now it's just like, wait a minute, I think I can adapt to this. And like I said, having over 2 million viewers for their latest PLE was like, okay, or their latest show. I was like, there's an audience that's embracing this, and it's starting to become mainstream. So I thought it was pretty cool that WWE could. Who would have thought that WWE would play such a part in such a monumental mass match in the history of AAA, especially with, like I said, access to some of the talented players, like you say, brother. It's like, yo, you might. This might not be so bad over here. Like, it's not. It doesn't feel like a demotion or like a step down. It's just like, okay, it's a little bit smaller. It's a different audience, but hey, we can work this audience too. And it gives people a chance to be versatile. Like, you don't got to leave WWE now to work somewhere else. Now Bailey's been sniffing her nose around there. Like, she's been trying to get down there for a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
I was like, we already saw Natty was down there. She won her world tour. So,
and shout out to Peter Dunne.
Yeah. We heard Pete Dunne put this match together. He was the producer of this bad boy. Like, he put together this cinema. And I can't wait till we talk about that a little bit later because the cinema is going to be the word of the evening, gentlemen. We came off of a really hot AEW Double or Nothing, which was one type of wrestling show, but what we saw at Clash in Italy, what we saw with AAA, these are different types of. This is different types of pro wrestling, and it's all wonderful in its own space. But it's like, man, I think we're the ones that's winning because we get to see different versions of what we enjoy the most. But let's just jump right into it. Clash in Italy, good brothers. How'd you guys feel about it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? Did you guys have fun? How'd you guys feel overall about the PLA? The first major WWE PLE in Italy.
It's always good to have a Sunday pay-per-view, PLE. We gotten away from it. I like Sundays. Especially it's like the day before Raw. So, but I thought it was solid. Did its job. I was sitting there. We was throwing some food on the grill at a park. Me and my parents, my kids. So I was showing my dad Oba Femi.
He couldn't even bring a brother a burger or nothing, bro. You see this, Dwayne?
I was about to say he ain't saying nothing about putting
nothing at all.
It was the Memorial Day delayed cookout.
This is the same guy, brother, that invited me to his house to eat pizza, and there was no pizza there, and we ended up doing work. We ended up working that day. I'm like, bro, where's the pizza? You feel me? Like, where's the pizza? You said we was finna eat, and I didn't eat on purpose. That's cool. Never mind.
Right.
I'm with you, brother.
He's a terrible friend. That's
cool though. No, that's all right. We don't.
No, I'll tell you what was terrible was Brock Lesnar even being a part of the show. That's what was terrible. But
why? That makes no sense. Why was that terrible?
Because he should have retired.
Okay,
that's what makes no sense.
I can't wait to rebuttal. So please be careful what you have to say because there's a lot of people watching.
I know.
There's a lot of people watching. So I just be careful which audience you're going to work.
Just let me be in my feelings. That's simple.
Let you be in your feelings.
But you always in your feelings. That's the problem.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I knew it was going to happen. And it gave me exactly what I thought was going to happen, and I didn't like it. But nonetheless,
why did you like it, Brian H? Should we just start there?
Don't give him the platform to cry.
Let him get it out there. It might be good though, brother Hugh. He said he didn't like it. Look at this. We got to figure out what's going on. Why did this rub Brian H the wrong way? Okay.
I saw Lesnar retire. It's supposed to stay that way. But since y'all want me to put on this superior intellect wrestling hat,
I'm trying to tell you, Cody Rhodes dropped a nugget, and I was like, okay, I got to bring it up. So
I didn't even see what Cody said this week, but I'll say this. I mean, I love the fact I was not. I mean, of course, I didn't like it because I just didn't like it. Right? That's my right not to like it. But from a logistical and analytic point of view, loved everything I saw on Monday Night Raw. The fact that Oba Femi comes out there and basically says, yeah, I could take an ass whooping. Brock said, can you do it? And I took it. I showed that I can do that. And that lets me know, like, Brock better be ready because Oba's going to call his shot. And Brock, he might show up to Brock Lesnar's ranch or something, but when the time is right, he's going to show up and he's going to show out. He's going to put Lesnar down for good. So I understand we had to go there. I know, like, Brock Lesnar is the big bad. Before it was Mick Foley that you had to get ready for a big run, big world title run. You had to go through Mick Foley, right? But now it's like Brock Lesnar's the measuring stick. You look at what Cody Rhodes had to do. And now Oba Femi. Oba Femi is the next guy who's never been a face of the franchise. So now he's going to have to do that. So overall, I do like the way, I was talking to Brother Hugh, and, I like the fact that it started off the way, Brock kind of catching him off guard. So it's not like, okay, straight up B word, but, just like I said, from a fan standpoint, no, that ain't what I wanted to see.
I don't know what that was, but okay.
No, it's cool.
It's called 101 to 95 with 35 seconds left, and I'm nervous as heck.
So here's the thing.
I think I'm denouncing my team, by the way.
Don't you always do that?
The Lakers.
You always do that.
No, I never denounced them. I think I've denounced everything in Los Angeles.
And the Orioles at one point in time.
Well, I feel bad for buddy, because the Dodgers are hot right now, buddy. And
yes, right.
We're on our way to win another one.
Well, see, I only wanted them to win that one because I didn't want the Yankees to win.
2, 3, 4. How many? Do you want?
And then last year I wanted them to win because I didn't want the Blue Jays to win.
Okay, well, listen, we run it up because it's looking
But,
like it's about to be a three-peat, like old school Magic Johnson.
But
Kobe
Clayton
Bryant.
Kershaw's gone, so it's not like I got a favorite player on the team no more. But but you know, I think I'm gonna take my talents to a real New York team as opposed to the Giants. You know, because y'all getting hurt. But you know, my daughter then claims she's a Knicks fan, so I think I'm gonna join her. I mean, they was always number 2. They just may be number 1 because that city of Los Angeles stinks.
Okay.
It's a lot of Knicks fans coming out the closet. I'm just saying.
It
Hey
is.
man, what team was I when I was 10-0?
I'm just
Won
saying.
a championship. I dropped 25 points a game.
I'm
I
just
wonder
saying.
how Patrick
Brother-
Ewing feels about this.
Brother Hugh brought me to Brother Hugh's the reason I like the Knicks. He took me to a league that I took over, and I was dropping 25 points a game, and they wouldn't let him on my team.
I wish that mug that he was sipping on was Marvin. It was Marvin the Martian.
Right.
Usually Marvin the Martian mug makes an appearance. I wish that was the perfect moment for Marvin the Martian to make his
Yeah, it was.
It's cool. Anyway,
I'm like Brian Scalabrine. What he said at his press conference, he said, "Don't matter. I'm a champion, and I'll get my grandkids. I'm gonna tell them I was the MVP. My great grandkids, I'm gonna tell them I was the face
absolutely.
of
What he failed
do-
to say was that there was a certain guy, you know, giving him the assists, you know, getting him in the right places where he needed to be, and then, you know, gave him the ball. But you know,
I said
that's fine.
what
fine.
did I just say? You brought me to the league, but they wouldn't let me. Man, you be on the same team the first year. You was just talking. You didn't hear that point.
That's fine. I wasn't talking.
He was, or you wasn't listening.
You didn't give me my full credit. That's all I was saying.
That's what he did.
You did not give me my full credit. You're
full credit.
You're supposed to lay it out like you just did. Oh, I'm dropping 20.
But I didn't talk about the next year.
Okay, all right, good.
That was the point. See,
all right, well, continue.
All right, yeah. The next year is when Brother Hugh, you know, we was on the same team, and Brother Hugh was dropping 80 points a game, and I had my 40. And you know, he had 30 assists, and to me, and he made sure I was in the right spot. We had a bunch of other idiots and imbeciles on our team. I don't even know where they at, because I know they probably like in South America somewhere. But
crazy.
You know,
watch the show,
huh?
What if they watching? It's like, man,
I know, right?
I mean, because they was like Brother Hugh, they ain't like me, you know. So they was Brother Hugh's peoples. But he was like, you know what? You my boy, you my brother since 6th grade. We in 9th grade now. We don't go to the same school all the time. So because we don't go to the same school no more, I'm gonna make sure I pass you the ball every time. Bro, and then he was like, shoot it. And I was like, all right, you know how he get when he demand you do something. He was like, he had the Danhausen demands.
Dang.
I do get a little bossy, my bad.
You had demand housings?
You're right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, hold on. Before that, before I gotta ask y'all, like, what's up this discourse? Because I saw y'all was talking, and y'all had a little disagreement this week, and I don't like that. So we gotta, as brothers, bring this to the table.
Did we? We had a disagreement?
Yes.
About
You
what?
I'm trying
two.
to figure out what are you talking about.
You two had a disagreement.
About what?
Because Brother Hugh didn't do what he was supposed to do and tell you about the matches.
Oh, yeah.
The
You
best
know what?
of matches.
Zigzag.
Yeah.
How did you not know this, brother? Yeah, we need to talk about that.
Look,
Brother
man.
Hugh, hold on. Let's
See?
put Brock and Obo away for a second. See, the
Throw them away.
Throw
Put them away.
What
Let's talk about
happened,
this.
Brother Hugh?
First of all, it was a big weekend for me because I was in your favorite city, brother Hollywood,
The
partaking
third
in the
WrestleMania
festivities with brother Jay-Z, if you will. So
Oh, you
it was, you know, I was kind of like fanboying out for, you know, for the whole weekend. So
okay. All right.
I didn't notice that they dropped some footage of Mr. Ziegler. I
couldn't believe
apologize.
it. I looked at it. I said, wait a minute. How long has this been here? I was so upset. I said, how long has this been here? It's the best of zigzags. I was on the vault. It was late, and I was like, I just need some rest and to watch. I said, what's going on? And it's all my favorite stuff. Like you know, the first matches, him and Kofi, they had a series
Banger.
on both belts. And I'm like, what's going on? I said, Brother Hugh, you're a guy.
I'm gonna tap in for sure. I'm gonna tap in. I had to catch up.
Listen, I sent you the link. Have at it. It's
Yes, sir.
all the top matches too. So it's not like it's, you know, even though the in-betweeners are like low-key bangers, not low-key, but
Yes.
it's like they just unappreciated bangers. It's cool. But yes.
Did
but
y'all
back to
see
this.
Ricochet versus Kuro?
I did not, but I saw that. I saw some of the highlights.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have not watched the full match, but I saw that Ricochet had a serious gear on. I was like, oh, he's for real. This is not like AEW geeking.
Yes.
Because the gear can tell you what type of mood he's going to be in.
Absolutely.
And I was like, okay.
Absolutely, man. Real quick, I love what they're doing over at APC Catch. It was perfect, right? Ricochet was gonna win. Kuro, you know, he's doing his thing. And I've been telling Hugh, I said it on Wrestling for the Culture. They got a big dude named Mecca over there. He you know, he Dijak said he's like one of the best big men he ever wrestled. And he comes out there and he beats up Kuro. You know, Kuro's the champ, so he attacks him. So he calling his shot. And I was like, I like this because if I'm not familiar with that product, but I'm watching it because of Ricochet,
bingo.
I'm going to see. Oh wait, another black guy, and he had just beat another black guy named Josh T earlier in the night. So yeah, it's man. I'm having I tell y'all, I've been having a lot of fun. Just getting my hands on this stuff with my eyes on this stuff, I should say, with Wrestle for the Culture.
No doubt, especially the global stuff. Like this is we're going worldwide. Thank God for the technology we have that these guys are putting on these type of shows. That you know, we can embrace these things.
People coming to us now too. That's what was always the goal. You know, we may have to have some parties, gentlemen.
Hey, we got to figure it out. You know who else?
I know he was talking like he got excited. You know, he saw a DM. I ain't gonna say who, but he was like, and that's what made me think. I was driving today, a beautiful day. Even though I had a lot going on, I still had to enjoy God's creation of this beautiful earth with great weather. As the New York Knicks are officially up 1-0, 3 games away from the title. And I said, wrestling around party. Wrestling around party.
That guy is the DJ or
wrestling around party.
You heard what I said. Is he the DJ or
who, the realness?
No. That DM.
Look,
I'm just saying.
Yo, see, shout out to Justin. WrestleMania 39, greatest mania ever. They do well with their nines, man.
Anyways, Brother Hugh, Brock Lesnar over Femi 2. How'd you feel about it? Brian H. Brian H. He tried. He clearly didn't.
He did.
You know, he tried to divert from it, but we're back. How do you feel about it?
Hurt my mans, yo.
Brock Lesnar versus over Femi 2.
I was okay with it. I mean, the way it was booked, it was well booked to me. Like Brian said, Brock had to get the one up on Oba as soon as he got in the ring. So that kind of made him look weak in that sense. But at the end of the day, Oba still looks strong because what happened?
Did it make him look weak?
Because he had to get at first, yes. To me, yes. You know, it was kind of like I don't know if it was a confidence hit. To me, that's the way I took it. But it was basically like, look, I don't know. I know that this guy is the real deal, and he can take me out, which he did already. So I gotta get him before he gets to me.
Oh, you think that's how Lesnar would look weak?
Lesnar, yeah. Oh, so that's what I was. Yeah, I told you that on the phone. See, you don't be listening to me. You don't listen to me. You don't listen to me. No, I was resetting. That's cool. That's cool. You don't listen to me. You don't listen to me. I said Lesnar too, but that's so good. But
if you sounded like this every week, I would listen.
Oba Femi, he looked strong no matter what. He took 7 F5s, basically stood right back up and was like, "Look, I'm still here." You know, so it was perfectly booked. Nice length to the match. You know, Brock got his moves off. It made sense. Oba got his couple of moves off. Until next time. And I like the story that they have afterwards. Like you said, Brian. Oh yeah, I can take a butt whooping, and I can, you know, and I'm gonna be right here waiting for you later on. I like it. It's perfect.
I like that. I like the way you put that when you talked about the way Brock Lesnar looked. I mean, I didn't hear much of the discourse of what everybody was upset about. I don't. You know, I'm kind of. There's no point in arguing with like fans that want what they want. You know, we're in that age where everybody has a platform to discuss how they feel.
Right.
But when I saw this match, I was like, "Oh, this is." I loved every last bit of it. And it's like, well, why realness? What was the big deal? It's like, well, here's my thing. We gotta stop the old school booking because it doesn't work anymore. I hear Swerve he was on there talking about, he's like, yeah, if I would have booked over Femi, he would have been world champion night one. Sure. A lot of people think that way because that's how we grew up. Oh, this guy's the next big thing. You got to go with him. We saw it in WCW with the Giant. Look at this guy. He's the Giant wrestled for 2 minutes of his life and he became WCW World Heavyweight Champion. And it helped him in the short term, but it didn't help him in the long term. Right? It's because he became a big deal in WCW, but then when he got to WWF, like the Undertaker and them, they couldn't deal with this dude, how bad he was as far as what he knew and didn't know. It's because think about who was running WCW at the time. Old school bookers. They all had territory minds. Oh, the big guy coming to the territory. Even independents. You know what I mean? You show up, you got the hot hand, you put the belt on immediately. So I understand the sentiment of it, but it's like you got to understand who's running the show now. We're doing cinema. We're doing
Big Show and Stud was like multiple time MCW champion, and now he's not even wrestling in the business no more.
Because that's what we grew up on. That's what the people became before us. That's the way that it was. And you see this guy and he goes, "Oh, he's it. Let's make him the guy." And it's like, well, none of us learned from Vince McMahon Jr. is because that's like saying we see Hogan right away, make him the champion. It was like, no, you got to build a brand around a champion, because if you build a brand around a champion, your career can last 70 years like Hogan's did. And you can do next to nothing. So when you see Brock Lesnar and over Femi, if you make him too dominant, who do you have beat him?
Exactly.
You got to put the belt on him. There's no point in you dominating everybody. You know who had the same problem? I'm telling you, I'm letting it rip tonight. You know who had the same problem? Freaking Lance Archer. And Lance Archer shows up, AEW, a huge fanfare, new look, new feel, fresh out of his New Japan run, fresh off of his IWGP United States Champion. He had a lot of momentum. He come Jake the Snake Roberts, Jake the Snake, and his menacing style, even at his age, still putting out those promos. It was a lot of momentum. He should have beat Cody Rhodes for that TNT title. Didn't got to be world champion, but how do you have somebody that's that big, that dominant, and then they lose? Where's Lance Archer right now? I believe he's in Ring of Honor.
Is he? I haven't seen him in forever. But go ahead.
That's the whole point, though. So sometimes if you give somebody too much too early, you kind of book them into a corner. So you have your moment. We book it for the moment, like when you're in an indie show. Put the belt on them, right? But where does it go? What story can you tell now with him? To me, Brock Lesnar is his only dance partner that he has that makes sense. He's the only one that can bring that guy, that can give that guy a good match. Unless y'all just want to keep watching over Femi squash matches and dance to his music. We got to grow up. Like I was shocked. Everybody was like, "Really? You didn't like?" I was like, "What? Do you not want to see him have a good match with anybody? Because there's nobody on the roster right now."
I just would never rather seen Brock retire.
Brian H., how many times did we see Terry Funk retire? I wait.
He's not. That's a nominee. Whatever. He's one of one.
So
that's all.
Is Brock Lesnar not one of one? How many times did we see Mick Foley retire? You talk about a nominee. These guys fall in the same category. Brock Lesnar, Mick Foley, Terry Funk. These guys. Brock Lesnar might be the king of retirement. And Cody Rhodes said, and I say that to say this, Brian H., because Cody Rhodes said, he said, we got to go back to the old school way of doing stuff. Like, we got to stop all this pump and circumstance when it's time to go home. Sometimes guys say they retired and they come out of retirement. Like, it happens. This is what we do. It's our industry. There's no rules. I'm like, you know what? He's kind of got a point. Like, he's like, he literally said, how many times did Terry Funk say he was retired and he came back for another match? You know what I mean? Ric Flair tried to do the same thing. I think if Ric Flair was in better health, he would have been doing the same thing. I retired. I came out of retirement, and then I retire again. Then I retired. I retire. It's like it's the same thing. It's like, but that used to be the norm until we started giving these guys these vast celebrations and these retirement runs. And how Johnson, I made a promise to the people I would never do it again, and I meant it. Versus some guys like, bro, I don't care. I love wrestling. Like you got Ricky Morton and freaking what's his partner?
The Midnight Express
for the Rock and Roll Express.
Rock and Roll Express.
Ricky Morton. Do you think they didn't retire? They're still making towns.
Never.
So it's like I'm not. Never. It's funny to me when Brock Lesnar literally said, "Now you about to get your butt kicked by a retired man." I said, "This guy just thinks this is funny." This guy was dancing in the ring to the Oba Femi strut in the ring like this. I said, "Yo, this is."
No, in all fairness, though, right? You're right. In all fairness,
We weren't going
because
to get anything good right now. Like, so we got to wait for Femi for somebody to figure it out. He got a problem the Undertaker had back in the day. Undertaker's in development looking for big guys. Let me find Batista. Oh yeah. Listen, let's get yourself together, grow your hair out, because maybe we can do some business together. You got to go find Kane. You got to go. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, God dang, what did Undertaker have the same problem? He's like, he'll tell you. Hey, it kind of got stale because I had no dance partner.
Same exact thing I said a couple weeks ago.
So it's like, what? So what we want? Who was he? If Brock Lesnar wasn't supposed to be in this match, if he didn't lose, this is going to be over Femi's greatest rivalry, and this is going to be historic. And I'm almost certain that the young boy is going to catch the old guy slipping because of what you said, brother. It made Brock Lesnar look weak, but that is that man validating how strong over Femi is. If it wasn't Brock Lesnar, who else was it going to be? Gonta? He was occupied. The Undertaker. Or maybe we should go get Brother Hughes guy out of retirement. Let's go get Kane. Let's throw the mask back on him. That's what y'all wanted to see.
It's nobody else right now. I mean, down the line, you might be able to throw like a Sheamus in there, but that's still not. It's, you know what I mean? It's not the same thing. You know what I mean? It's not the same thing. As far as dance partners for over, Sheamus is the only other person I could probably think about besides Rusev.
And you talk,
but we already saw that.
We're talking about B+ guys, and there's no disrespect to them. There's no disrespect to them. I promise you, it's not no disrespect to those guys. But these guys were never the ones on the marquee. These guys were never the ones that people were paying to see at the top of the card. It's like, yo, this young dude we're never going to get a good matchup like this. Like, so it's like, why is everybody? I must have missed the memo. Oh, he shouldn't have lost. Well, why wouldn't he lose? We get a third match. You guys don't like wrestling? I'm so confused.
Nah, in all fairness, though, in real perspective, I wasn't upset. It was, it was predictable, but it wasn't nothing to be upset over. But because I mean, also, like, I don't want him going against Roman right now. Because then, like you said, if you win the title, then what?
That's the only guy you could put him up. He's already a big star. So if you don't put him in big star matches, that's not a world championship match. You kind of got nowhere to go. He's got. You also got to get a loss too. You know that loss to Ricky Saints. They was trying. They was trying so hard. Nobody even remembers that.
Exactly.
That's my point, though. When they was trying, like, and it just wasn't working.
Still not working.
Well, I think he just got taken out of the King of the Ring tournament. Is that true? I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh boy, and that's the thing about that. I don't think Oba wins this.
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
I like
what?
King of the Ring.
The King of the Ring.
Interesting.
I think Brock gets involved
somehow, some way. Yes.
That makes it that much more funnier because Adam Pearce is turning tomato red, talking about I could Paul Heyman, what are you doing? He's supposed to be retired. Put in paperwork. I'm like, bro, this is a gimmick all this time. He needs to
really take my man's. He needs to go to therapy for real.
No, he needs to check his blood pressure. I'm nervous for him.
He needs some FM, like some PTO because he be struggling.
I'd be nervous to see what happened to Raw if he had to miss a few weeks. He would have so much to come and fix.
That would be funny. Imagine just the Bloodline just wreaking havoc on the show for a couple weeks.
I don't want to talk. We got to sit there and deal with it. They're gonna wreak havoc regardless, and I can't wait till we get to the end of the show to talk about that. But we got to move on from this. But the reality is, it's about dance partners, fellas. Like this is why Damian Priest, we don't remember his run. Is because you got to have that meaningful feud. You got to have something to get you started, especially if you guess you're just getting started. See, people look at Owen, how great he is now and his upside, that they want it all now. It's like, bro, you're not even giving us a chance to build his legacy. It's not many guys he's going to be able to get in and have a feud with. After Brock Lesnar, you might as well just get in the strap. The only person is Roman or like a world champion, because at that point we've built him up to be so big. If this is AEW, he probably would have been AEW world champion, because that's how they book their promotion. That's their style of pro wrestling, and that's okay. It's because it works with that style. You know what I mean? Right. But I'm like, bro, we're watching movies on TV right now. So I'm just saying, it's just, I didn't get it. I was like, what's everybody upset about? I'm lost. Like, you kidding me? When the last time it took Brock Lesnar 7 F5s to beat anybody? Does it not say something? Does that not say something about this young dude? Anyway.
3 for the Taker, 5 for Cody, 7 for Oba.
Speaking of dance partners, Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, fellas.
Mhm.
Jade is about to be probably like she's gonna be on the same level as the Biancas and the Charlottes and the Rhea soon. It's not now, but she's working to that degree.
Mhm.
Like this is the best I've seen. Every time I see her in the ring, she improves. She improves. And I'm like, yo, she's improving in a short amount of time. And I'm not talking about her time there. I'm talking about as many matches that she's wrestled that we've seen in front of a big audience. Like she keeps showing up in front of these big audience fellas. And I'm like, yo, this match was
she kind of has to.
I mean, look at her. True. The
I
pressure's on.
mean, the representation for black young ladies is kind of scarce right now because the two top stars they're gone
Out. Yeah.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
for
out
good
for the
reasons. For good
future.
reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone for but this is ridiculous. I'm like, yo, she's stepping in like seamlessly. Like this, once again, matchups. Like I'm gonna always remember Rhea and Jade. Their feud, their rivalry is gonna stand out. And the fact that Jade is holding her own in this mix, and now she ready to get into it with Charlotte. I'm like, okay, she's there now.
About
like,
time.
Hey,
Mhm.
because they had to make sure she was ready. Like, and now
Right.
they're getting her going. And I'm like, bro, she is going to be a major player. But how'd you guys feel about this matchup between Jade and Rhea? Obviously Rhea retaining Jade once again, letting her ego and her, her jadedness get the best of her, causing her to have a slip up. Rhea still being Rhea, closes it out, wins the championship. How'd you guys feel?
I need some hot potatoes soon.
You calling it already?
I want some hot potatoes between them two. I like it. I like the feud. I like the rivalry. It feels real, feels intense. Obviously we saw the stuff that happened on social media.
Work.
Hala book for Unreal.
Yeah.
I was about to say Unreal. I was about to say the same thing. It's Unreal special.
Which I'm fine with. I just need you look at both of their personalities, they're not supposed to get along anyway. You feel me? Like
Bingo.
Jade is that woman that the guys want to be with, and the girls hate because she thinks she all that because she got all them muscles. But you can't beat her though.
And she's gorgeous. Like most girls.
Exactly. And she rich. And she reminds you that she's rich. And she reminds you she don't need this. So that's what makes wrestler fans hate her. So she's a perfect heel, right? But you have Rhea, who's, just loved by everybody. Like literally all types of people love Rhea Ripley, right? So it's a perfect matchup. And I like Charlotte in this mix, right? Wasn't expecting Jade to win, but I would like to see Jade win. Like I like when sometimes you do play hot potato with the belt. Again, who's the better man or woman on this night? It was in 2017, I think, when it was a back and forth, or the 18 with Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey sprinkled in. I loved it because that also made it must see. Every match was must see for me. Those two on the card, I don't know who's winning that night, right? That's how I want to see Rhea and Jade. I would like to see that. I think Vaughn says Jade and Charlotte would have been a better Mania match than Rhea Jade.
I think it would have made more sense storyline wise, but no.
Right.
We kind of make a new star.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing though, right? In order for Jade to have that epic match with Charlotte, she needed to go through Rhea.
Yeah.
Of course.
Because
that's little sister.
Yeah, bingo, little sister. And you go to school. Jade been going to school. She's been, and she says, she can wrestle, but she said Brian Danielson taught her a lot of moves, but also said people don't want to see you do that. When you go out there, they don't cheer that. They just like, when she's doing wrestler stuff. But with Rhea, they know how to pick their spots to make it make sense. Same with Charlotte. Vaughn, I'm not calling her a stepping stone by any means. So I think it's what's so fun about it is that you see all of this because we knew we wanted to see as soon as Jade Cargill's name was signed on the dotted line of WWE, you penciled in Jade versus Charlotte. But then you also saw other endless possibilities. So, and we all got to think too, if her former tag team champion partner decides to wrestle again, that's a matchup waiting to happen. There's so many places you can go with that. You know, same with Naomi comes back. That feud is gonna be even better. So I'm loving it. I want to see Jade win the title soon. I want to see her get it back, and then I want to kind of go back and forth.
No, I think so. I think it's an even matchup. I think it's a good rivalry at the end of the day. How about you, brother Hugh?
No, that's what I was gonna say. It's because it is a good matchup for him because if you look at it, Rhea doesn't really have too many
Same
dance
thing.
partners that are her size and that can
Yeah.
match her strength and match her agility.
That
You
look
know,
like
her
she
and her
might actually beat
athleticism.
her.
Exactly. So I think it is a perfect partnership. So like, I mean, Jade has been showing out, man. That's all I can say,
Telling you,
really.
bro. Like she's
She really has been showing out. Like I
really
don't want to
figuring
hear
it out.
nothing. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about she's still green, this, that. She's figured out her character. She feels like she's just comfortable now. You
Mm-hmm.
know. I know they ran back. I know they pretty much ran it back with the what is it, the Bad Girls Club or the Baddies or whatever it was
Sure.
called in AEW.
Mhm.
You know, they pretty much ran it back on WWE, but that's where she is. That's where she's comfortable.
It works.
Yeah, so
And
I'm
also
with
gives a
it.
chance for me, Chin, and BFAB to,
Absolutely,
to rub.
absolutely,
It's
absolutely.
so easy. Meechen's Meechen can be the hitter, B-Fab can be the talker, and Jay just stand there and be dominant.
That's it.
Yeah, it's just she's improving, and all her matches are on big stages. So it's not like she's working house shows every week, every 3 days.
Mhm. I'm gonna
But
tell
yeah,
you another. I'm gonna tell you another one that's gonna be up there soon too, and that's
mhm.
Lash Legend.
Yes,
Mhm.
she's same road. Somebody
Yeah,
that
That's
comes
why
and is like, oh,
she's
nah,
smart.
she's
Her being with
figuring it out.
Naya.
Yeah, that's not probably gonna last too much longer. I'm not gonna hold you.
You don't
hmm
think so?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't think
Hmm.
not. I don't think so. Like it's
I-
fine for right now, but if once Lash keeps on like figuring it out, it's like okay, all right,
Yeah.
I
we
guess I
might
never really thought about it. I never thought about it necessarily dissolving. In my predictions, I said Lash will win 2 titles this year. I said that in December, January, because I just see her winning the United States Championship
okay.
before it's all said and done. But I guess I never thought that she would necessarily I just kind of thought Nia was kind of transition into that like mentorship role. Like they
It's
would be
possible.
allies as
It's
opposed
possible.
to a breakup.
hmm
But think about what we just talked about for the entire show. Let's talk about these memorable matchups, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at if these two behemoth of women, these Amazon, all of a sudden now they
Mhm.
beefing? Maybe what if Lash becomes more important than Nia Jax? Don't take too kindly to it.
Yep.
What if she's mad that she starts getting opportunities that she feel like she should? Like I'm older, but I'm not gone. I'm still here. You got to go through me. Like I know
Yep.
we're the irresistible forces, but I'm the irresistible force. And
It
now we
would
got to sit that
be
matchup.
bigger box office than Nia versus Tiffany.
Well, this is what I'm saying though, because there's a reason for it, not just you got the belt, I should have it. Let's go at it. This is not 1963. Like
Mhm.
I'm just saying, we
That
gotta
should have
grow
been the
up.
name of the
That's
show. This ain't 1963
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah, we gotta grow up. Like I said, I know that's more of a
That's
realist
another
reaction
name.
take. Yeah, so it's kind of something I might say a little snarky on there, but it's like we gotta grow up. Like just stop pretending what we're not watching. But it's okay. But yes, Jade Rhea, absolutely fun. Moving on. So Ruca, are we going to acknowledge her as the first African American woman to win the women's Intercontinental Championship?
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
they did that
100%.
on this
Why wouldn't
platform.
we?
Bro, I don't understand what the debate is. Have you seen her father?
You know what I mean? Like,
No,
I'm
people
sorry.
haven't.
The footage is out there. Like I'm like,
right.
okay, if
They really
if
haven't
that's her
though.
father, okay, cool. It counts. Even if it was her mother, it still would count. You know what I mean? So I'm like, look,
Right.
I know she's gone into detail about it, as far as certain things like that. But no, man, listen, it's for the culture, as Brian H would say.
Well, you look at all right. Let's just run down some names here, right?
Mhm.
Because this never really been done in WWE wrestling before, where we acknowledge mixed women.
Mhm.
I mean, you got Meechin, you got Kiana James,
Yep.
Soul Ruca, Jada Parker, all these people, and I may be missing a couple names,
Mhm.
but all of them are, mixed, like 50%, right? And it's a beautiful thing to see now, kind of the embracing of it. Because it's like we're not shying away. Like we all knew, like they'll say, like The Rock was just always say, "I'm a person of color." I'm like, okay, Rock, you know what I mean? And I know a lot of black people feel a certain type of way. They don't like to claim him.
That's
He
just dumb.
black to me. Yeah.
That man grew up in Samoan culture. His father ran away at the age of 12 in Canada. He didn't grow up around much. What do you want to do? His father's still a soul man.
Right. And so that's the thing. It's like I'm not about to be sitting up here and being the black police. It's funny because like when I mentioned all the black women in a video this week, and people was like, "Wait, Kiana James?" I'm like, "Yeah, I gotta do my research." But that's how people are. People. But I think it's a beautiful thing to see all these mixed beautiful women in the business.
With that being said, fellas, this is the best I've ever seen. So Ruca, I was like, okay.
In the ring, right?
Yes, in the ring.
Okay.
I was like, this is. I mean, we're talking about the match. So it's like it's the best I've seen her. I was like, oh,
the gear.
But,
no,
but
it
tell her
wasn't.
why. Tell her why.
The gear would have rubbed me the wrong way. It's because
Really?
we've had a
Okay.
conversation before.
Yeah.
We like, bro,
Okay,
we don't need another leader. Because
Yeah.
everybody's like, oh, everybody always says he reminds us of Lita so much. He reminds us of Lita. I'm like, right, but let Lita live. Like this, we don't need Lita 2.0. Like, let's see who Sol Ruca is. So I was like, I've seen her in her previous gear and stuff like that. I'm like, and I prefer it than this look, but if this is what she's going, and I don't prefer the overly surfer gimmick, the cowabunga do music.
Right,
and I'm like, we don't need all that because now eventually to me, what if she
it's
grows
gonna
out
get
of
played
that
out.
gimmick?
Yeah,
Like you don't need to keep trying to surf set, bro. And it's like, dude, we kind of did the same thing with RVD at one point. And it's like we don't need to do that. But I mean, it's not to nitpick. It's still early, it's fresh. But she looked confident in the ring. She took it to Becky. Like she looked like she brought it. And I say, look at the matchup between Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
And it took longer for not that Maxine Dupree did anything wrong or whatever the case may be, because it was a certain story they were telling. This is somebody that was kind of bullied, somebody overcame the bullying, and now they're in, but that's a different story. And it's playing into like Queen of the Ring right now. She's like, hey, I'm a former Intercontinental champion. Why am I being left out? Versus so Ruca's like, no, I'm a new superstar. And Becky Lynch is like, who's this new girl? And it's in pure, first of all, the man is the man. Becky Lynch is just hands and feet above a lot of people on the roster as far as what she does. But for her to take her over the period of time she had, and this to me, this was the payoff. I don't know if you guys felt the same way, but I'm like, when I saw her beat Becky Lynch, it didn't look like it was being forced. It looked like, oh, she actually beat her this time.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though. How do you guys feel about it?
Yo, I don't know. I think I'm different. I don't see Lita when I see Sol Ruca.
I never saw Lita. I don't. It's just the athleticism that they want to keep comparing.
It's the athleticism and then the gear now, like you said.
But honestly, I think also because, like, no disrespect to Lita, I know she's all-time great WWE Hall of Famer, but I think it's just because like her time has passed so long, and I think she may be in the next generations, as far as like ones that may be forgotten.
No.
Huh?
Maybe her wrestling matches.
That definitely, yeah. But with a Sol Ruca, this was like, it finally seemed like it came together. This match, you know, I do need her to stop talking so long. Like the promos, they were cringy in NXT.
Okay.
Where she was almost booed out of the building. With Zarya.
Yeah.
And the fans had turned to Zarya, and I'm like, sometimes you just less is more. And I was like, bro, why y'all keep giving her a mic? When she came out there and like went at Becky, I said, all right, straight to the point. That's what I like.
Right.
Talking this fighting champion stuff. It's a reason why Bret Hart did that stuff backstage.
Bingo. Yeah.
With an interviewer too, because it was condensed. And Bret was so good because he made you feel. Bret always said his match was like a schoolyard fight, and That's what he always said in his books, we say in his interviews. And when you really think about it, that's the way he carried his promos. Like, I got a problem with you. We're gonna sell tickets to this thing because we're gonna all meet up and I'm gonna take you out. You know what I mean? That's how that was Bret Hart's charisma.
Mm-hmm.
So Ruca, the athleticism is there. She has a good look. She has crossover appeal, but it's just like I don't need her talking for so long.
Sure. I mean, I get it.
That's how I feel.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's just in over time, once they figure out, I guess you call it the overall presentation, how they say it, how they move forward, how they discuss it. You know what I mean? That'll have a lot to do with what works, what doesn't work, what what the fans respond to, what the fans don't respond to, et cetera, et cetera. But overall, I was thoroughly impressed. Becky Lynch did a really good job. She didn't do as much. See, the first couple of matches they had, Becky Lynch did all Becky Lynch stuff. But I noticed like, oh, she's not doing this. I'm telling you, this is superior pro wrestling intellect. I noticed like, okay, some of the stuff that would probably help her get over in this match, I'm seeing her like try them and then like fall short. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's even playing into that's how good Becky Lynch really is. It's ridiculous how good she is. Like her mind and her approach to the industry. I don't know who produced their matches. I'm not sure if she still does them or Tyson Kidd or whoever is responsible for them, but it's just the subtle nuances that goes, oh, I see what you did there. Or in her case, oh, I see what you didn't do there. And it made, I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it. I said, oh, okay, they made so Ruca look like $1 million in this situation. And it looked like she earned a win over Becky Lynch, which is what you want. Like I said, we're in youth movement. We're into creating new stars. So, yeah. But where did Brother Hugo? Is he sitting? Is it okay? You thought you had to go to the potty?
Nah, I had to charge the computer, get the cord.
There you go, messing up the record. Now I gotta make all this stuff work in post production.
Just a minute, you had to go to the potty.
God,
well, I would let you know if I had to go to potty.
Goodness gracious!
but this is it's time, fellas. Here we go. See, I'm doing Roman Reigns does this dramatic pause. So if you heard a silence there, that's how I feel every time it takes him that long to get to the ring. Tribal combat. Jacob Fatu was on his way out the door, about to get fired. He went too far. He went too hard. I think he got desperate and he invoked tribal combat, knowing that Roman Reigns had no choice but to say, okay, culturally, I have to accept this challenge. He knows that and he's using it to his advantage. But guess what? As Roman Reigns, I can use it to my advantage as well. So Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu have phenomenal. Roman Reigns is the new Shawn Michaels, by the way. And I say, well, what do you mean, brother? It's because he only one who works with all his family, just like the way Shawn Michaels just only worked with the clique.
I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad at it either, because the match that they gave us, this guy used to be in MLW just a few years ago, and now he is main eventing Clash in Italy for the WWE against the biggest star in the world in Roman Reigns. And he was visibly emotional in that match, during the match, after the match. And I was like, man, imagine what's probably going through his mind right now. Like, he was ready. You know, he'll tell you all the time, I'm glad I wasn't there a day early because I wasn't ready. But it's just, he was one of those guys. We saw him. We was like, it's not going to take him long. He's not going to be the heater of somebody's group for so long. He's going to be a player. And first of all, the match itself proved it. I mean, Roman keeps working so well with his cousins. It's ridiculous. It's cheating. But
yeah, man, they've been doing this since they were kids, man.
We got to talk about the ramifications of the match. First of all, I want to know. We don't need to ask Brian H. how you feel about the match, but we got to dig a little deeper. It's because Jacob Fatu said the following night on Raw, I knew the ramifications of my actions, and I knew what was going to have to happen if I lost. And he said it was a risk that I was willing to take. I said, okay, because what it does is it plays into the all gas, no brakes, because that's what he was doing. He didn't want to wait. He didn't want to push. He knew if I mess up, if I lose, this is what's going to happen. And he was on his way to getting fired. And at a desperate plea, he called for tribal combat, knowing culturally, oh yeah, he's got to take this match. He can't. That's why when he signed the contract, I'm telling you, subtle nuances. We're watching a movie play out in front of us, fellas. That's why when Adam Pearce lost his mind, why do you think we watch contract signings all the time in the same way? Melee. straight old good old fashioned dusty finish. But then what I didn't understand in the moment was, why the heck did he destroy everything before anything happened? Because he knew what it was. He knew once he signed that contract, he couldn't touch Roman. And as soon as he signed it, Adam Pearce like, security, get in here, get it. And he was like, don't worry, it's no need. He said he already signed that contract. You know, he can't touch me now. Like just culturally, as far as tribal combat, like I said, you understand the Samoan culture, what that term means. For us, it's just a street fight. But in their culture, it has its own set of rules and morals. He was like, he already signed a contract. It's a blood oath. He can't touch me. I was like, uh-oh, now we about to get deep. And they finally had a conversation. And they came nose to nose, hand to hand. And I was like, okay, these dudes tried to kill each other 2 weeks ago. And that made me more nervous, the fact that they was being civilized in the goddamn ring.
Right.
I said, okay, this is deadly. So we have the match. He loses. And I'm like, okay, I'm glad Jacob Fatu looked like $1 million in this situation. But I am more afraid of what is going to come now, which is why we are going to talk about why the Bloodline is more dangerous than they have ever been. And I am going to do my best to make sure that I put every piece of information out there today before we go home to make everybody else just as nervous, because everybody's happy throwing their ones up. I said, you all don't know what the heck you're doing. You're playing into the problem. It's about to get dangerous. But before we get into all that stuff, fellas, how do we feel about this? Was this the right call? Jacob Fatu falling in line, Roman Reigns finally getting the love and the acknowledgement from his cousins. Like, you don't understand this right now, but I do love you. And then he just turns to the camera and one's up in the air. But how do we all feel about this match? How do we feel about Jacob Fatu in this moment, in this match, in this magnitude of WWE's first major PLE in Italy, and this man showing up? Once again, I don't know if this is his best match, or it's just because it's Roman, but man, he looked like $1 million.
And that was the whole point of this feud. So I don't want to hear about I don't want to hear about all these people out here crying about, oh, they buried Jacob, they killed him, they did this, did that.
Where?
At the end of the day, what does Roman always say about his family?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Y'all gonna eat.
Everybody gonna eat. Yep.
You gonna eat. That man Jacob is eating right now. I don't care what you say. Right. Absolutely. Now he's solidified as a top star that can go after any title at any time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it makes sense. It made sense for me. And plus, why would you have Roman Reigns go through that whole ordeal with CM Punk, this, that, whatever, just to have him lose his first feud? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, just like Brownie said, playing hot potato with the title.
But you don't do that with Roman Reigns, though. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think you do that with somebody like that. Even to with Cody. Cody, all right, it's the hierarchy. It's Roman Reigns, it's Cody,
and everybody else.
Else.
That's the truth.
You know what I mean? So it's like, no, you don't do that with it. You don't do that with Roman.
Yeah.
You know? And plus, you're already setting up other opponents for him. Over Femi down the line. You know, we know we probably get an LA Knight down the line. You know, it's just certain guys that you have set up for him, or Seth Rollins. You know, but the match was good. They showed out as expected, because you're dealing with Roman Reigns, someone who's a master at selling the passion, the feeling, the emotion in the match.
Yes,
right.
That's what he does now.
Absolutely. With just his facial expressions, right off of that. But yeah, it made sense for me. Jacob, we knew he's going to stand by his word, as you alluded to. All gas, no brakes. It makes sense for his character. Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go all in on it. Forget what you're saying. Forget what everybody else is saying. I'm gonna go all in, because that's my character. That's who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It makes total sense. Now you potentially have a better bloodline, because when Jacob first came in, what was the first thing we were saying? Oh, he's better than Solo. He's Solo better. Right.
He does Solo job better than him.
Right. But then, not to mention, you had Solo and the boys over there in the corner after the match.
We're going to talk about that.
You know what I mean?
We're going to get into that, because I think that says a little bit more about what's really going on versus him just losing that match. We're going to let Brian Ace, I hope I don't regret this, Brian Ace tell us about this match. But that fellas right there is like, okay, this is what I'm trying to tell you all. Something is about to brew and I'm nervous about it. And I can't wait to tell everybody why this bloodline is about to be
Bless you.
Thank you.
more dangerous than freaking ever. But go ahead, Brian H. How did you feel about this?
Hold up, real
go
quick,
ahead,
real quick. I said this to Brian H. What do you think about what Jay is? Jay, a lot of barking, and there's a lot of turmoil, like tension between him and Jacob. What if it ended up coming down the line, being like, this is just something to throw out there?
Sure.
Jacob becomes like the right hand guy. So it's a battle between the right hand man or the right hand men. You see what I'm saying? What if it was something? I don't know. We don't know what we're going to get with the bloodline storyline. As Roman says, there's layers to it. We can go for years, but it was just something I noticed. I was like, what if they do go that direction? Because Jacob and Jay, they're not on the same page right now. I know it's fresh, so who knows?
Jacob and Jay are the reason why Roman's he's going to get through June, but he's going to take the next 6 months off with the title because he's like, man, I got 2 main event guys that's representing the group. I don't need to be here.
There it is.
So when Roman's not there, Jacob and Jay gonna be fighting over who's gonna lead the group. Like, look, man, because ain't here, I'm in charge. And Jacob like, look,
Jimmy taking over the role as the wise man.
Yeah, that bingo. He's like, everybody was like, it's speaking of that. He was like, we're gonna get you, Brian H. People like, well, what's the role that Jimmy played? It's like, bro, this dude is the level head in all of this. He's the big brother in all of this. Like, he's the glue that keeps all this going because he understands. Hey, it is. I'm telling you, it's amazing when the people, especially the Samoan culture, when you put culture into professional wrestling and then you take it and you make it cinema. It's like you have a way of showing who these characters are without making it obvious. Hey, look, everybody, I'm the manager. It's like no. Everybody plays a part, and you trying to figure out what part do you play based off their demeanor, how they respond. And I'm like, Big Jim is the one that's like, look, you got to put your pride aside because this is how our family does things. And he's the one that's the LA Knight, you my mans, and I appreciate you, but you about to get hurt. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, this dude is the one that's like, I got to keep all this together because that's my responsibility as big bro for everybody in this mix. You know what I mean? I'm here to help out Roman when he needs it. But if not, I got to keep Jay in order. I got to keep Jacob in order because Jay is in hit mode now. He's like, I don't know what's going on, but I don't know why he's acting like that. But there's a reason. I think we're going to find out as the weeks progress. But Jay is unhinged. Yeah. And now you got Jacob unhinged. And Roman told him, hey, listen, Jay, you've been through this. You had to go through tough love too. But like it's and Jay's like, yeah, I know. He's not like, no, I got attitude because this dude really beat me up. It's like it's crazy, the mental part of it all. But like I said, culturally, he has to embrace. Jay's like, yo, I wouldn't be in this space if I didn't join the bloodline. I wouldn't be main event Jey Uso if I didn't get that rub. When he told me I was the next in line, it's like, and then when Roman goes away, look what happened to Jay's career. Main event player.
Yeah.
He's on Cricket Wireless and Slim Jim commercials. So you know it's legit. So it's dangerous. Brian H. I don't know why.
Yes, sir.
Jacob Fatu. He loses to Roman Reigns. You called it. We kind of, yeah. But the consequences, as I call it, or ramifications of the outcome to me is much more worse than Roman Reigns actually losing. But how did you think about the situation?
It's beautiful.
No,
beautiful.
I knew it, brother. I should have never asked him, bro.
Come on, man.
You know, the thing is,
now we're gonna eat some steak. Go ahead.
Well, if your precious LA Knight would have been able to take the ball and run with it, we wouldn't have been,
Can we be honest?
Roman Reigns.
He was never going to take the ball and run with anything. Like, he was just there to make it look good. We all knew that.
What does he have to do with anything? Right.
Apparently his fans don't.
He's a people because he's a people's champion. He's a champion of the people. That's not
ain't my champion.
You're a bloodline guy.
Hey man, look, because this is just it's a reason why this story has been going on longer than the NWO, longer than the existence of Monday Nitro, probably. It's a reason. Because it works and there's so many layers. Yeah. But sometimes can't it's just that simple. Yeah, and you can't tell me you sorry. Mason Holiday, one to watch. I need to make a clip. I threw on Evolve as our brother Hugh always recommends. The thing about Roman Reigns and Jacob Fatu, right? like it's before. Jacob was one of those guys we couldn't wait for him to get to WWE.
Yeah,
and he come and he exceeds expectations. And as long as they have family members, right? They can always go back to that because it's always a culture. It's always a struggle. It's always somebody's always going to step out of line. We all got cousins. We can all relate. That's what makes the Bloodline story so great. Everybody can relate to seeing that one family member who, you know, like you got one big cuz, but then that one person like, no, it's my turn to be big cuz now. It's like, no, it's not. You got to wait your turn.
Or like you said, you got that situation where sometimes one family does a little bit better than the other family, and they want to know why you didn't reach down to pull us up. And it's like, you know, and they don't always understand that it's not that simple. Or
it's not my problem. That's why.
Yeah. Or I got my own family. I got my own family to worry about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And shoot, like, you know, like I said, I saw a lot of people. The big complaints was the fact that, oh, WWE needs they can only depend on Roman, this, that, and the other. Newsflash.
Okay. Hogan did it for 70 years.
Thank you.
I was actually going to say that.
And it worked. It worked, didn't it?
From WrestleMania 1, actually before that, really. But yeah, WrestleMania 1 all the way to WrestleMania 8. You know what I mean? Those matches, those shows going in was the headliner of Hulk Hogan. Even the tournament, because the tournament was based on could Hogan regain the title?
Bingo. And then they had the nerve to call him back for WrestleMania 9 and said, "Hey Terry,
right,
tickets ain't selling in this parking lot."
Yeah, and so that's what you have for Roman Reigns, the guy who has more consecutive main events at WrestleMania than Hulk Hogan, who has more main events than Hulk Hogan, who is the Mr. WrestleMania. So
disrespectful.
When it's not. Shawn Michaels just called himself that, and everybody believed it.
I never understood it, but go ahead. That's something for another day. But go ahead.
He have more better matches than Macho Man, but
WrestleMania, I beg to differ.
We think Shawn Michaels matches were great. He had like
it's not true.
4 good classics. By the time he said it, when he said it, he probably had like two great WrestleMania.
What year was that? When did he say it?
He said it before Kurt Angle. So up until then, his only great match
was what?
His 2 great matches was Brett and Razor.
Okay, they were still better than everybody else's. So what?
Not better.
Still better than everybody else. It doesn't even matter.
So like I said, think about Roman Reigns, and it's the reason why when people like when he shows up, like nobody brings eyeballs to the product the way like Roman Reigns does. His stories, because when you're watching this, you're like, whoa, okay, he's sitting there, the way he's talking to the family. Again, everybody can relate. My sister hit me up, was like, wait, Jacob is wrestling Roman? What's up with this? And I said, oh yeah, you ain't been watching, you know, it hasn't been no Bloodline. She's like, no, you slipping. We gotta get back on it.
He definitely bring the casual fans in, that's for sure.
Yeah, you see the next time I get my hair retwisted,
you see all the reels.
Bloodline.
Talking about how good he looked and all that. Yeah, he definitely bringing the real. Yeah, good, but my bad.
And
that's why he don't eat no food. He gotta eat, strict diet, nice and lean. I said, oh yeah, y'all ain't thirst trapping again, fellas.
Yeah, and then you got the Usos. So, and it's a point where everybody wants to be in a story with Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? Shoot.
Yep.
I was gonna say, but I can't even. I can't say it with a straight face.
You're gonna say you committed.
I was gonna say. I was going way back. I was gonna say, shoot, it maybe did wonders for Karrion Kross.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I had to think about it.
It's like Jake the Stinger Roberts said, the paydays were better when Hogan was at the top of the car.
Bingo.
That's the truth.
They can act like those people act like they own, but shoot, TKO group knows it. Did y'all see what Nick Khan said? Basically,
no. What did he say?
Basically, he said there was never no plans for Rock versus Roman. We knew we was going with the tag match the whole time. Said we don't change nothing based on the internet. I don't pay attention to the internet critiques.
Lies.
I'm sure he doesn't. Cap. So the before I get into it, This is why the Bloodline is more dangerous than they've ever been.
I love it.
No, this is terrible. We saw something that was intriguing. Now, fellas, I don't know if you guys paid attention to this, but I did not see this coming. I saw Jacob looking, and I heard the audience kind of responding. The match is over, I was done. I don't look up and I see this. Sorry, brother Hughes. It's no.
Hey, look, man. I was just about to say, don't let them bring back Tongaloa.
No Tongaloa. It's like, look, man, we're only doing 3-man groups now, not fours.
That is true. You noticed that?
Yeah, it's cool, but they could, I think they should have kept Tongaloa. That's just my personal opinion. He had a lot of botches though, but
he did.
He could have kept him for at least for the stuff like this. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
But the MFT showed up, and I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? And this is how great Jacob Fatu already is, because this is the cinema. You talked about this earlier, brother. It's the facial expressions. The way he looked, first of all, he looked like a defeated man.
Mm-hmm.
But the way he looked at Solo and Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga, I was like, why does he look like he regrets not being with them right now? Not maybe like wanting to be with them, but Solo looked at him like, I told you so. You should have stayed where you was at. And he's looking like, dang, Solo did tell me this could happen. And he just looks so defeated because he knows, like you said, brother, you know his commitment. You know, like according to their culture. And see, Solo doesn't care. He's an ignorant baby. He's like, I don't care. I don't acknowledge him as anything. He's not my tribal chief. But he's being rebellious about it, which is why Roman looked over like, oh, I got something for him. Don't worry, he's next. Yeah, I got something for them too. They'll get in line. But Jacob, come on, bring yourself. And he just stood there and he just looked, and Solo just look at this face, fellas. Like he just looked at him like, look what's become of it. Like, you know him, he's like the devil. He gonna rub it in your face. He's like, look what's become of you. When I brought you in, you was a monster. Now you about to be Roman's lackey. That's what we doing. And not to mention, Solo and Jacob came up together. They had the history. Solo and Jacob are really around the same age, and Jacob was the one that was wrangling Solo along when he was about to make his jump to the WWE. They were together a lot. They held down the Samoan wrestling dynasty outside of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Rikishi always stayed with a pack of nephews, cousins, children. He got like 13 sons. I can't keep up with all of them. But just this look right here, just the look of regret. I was like, man, did Jacob looking like, did I make a mistake? I don't know. But the fact that they did that on purpose, fellas. I know TV, I know movies. They did it for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
That it was a major plot that's going to pick up elsewhere. And Roman was like, oh, I got something for them. He's next. Yep. But in the meantime, what did this look for you guys symbolize? What did it look like to you? Because Jacob didn't look like himself. I mean, think about it. He spent the last 4 weeks, fellas, beating people up, wrapping his fingers up, looking unhinged. But after this match, he just looked so defeated, like it was nothing Solo and them could even do to save him. I don't know, bro, but I'm like, he does not look the same. And call me crazy, but did anybody else see it this way? And just, of course, look, Tyler looks like a just badass, excuse my language, but look at him. He's got the beard, he's got the hair, the glasses, and chains. He's a heater right now. Yeah, you got Big Bro. Tama Tonga's just looking like they got the shades on, and they just looking at him like they're ashamed of him. Like, look what's become of you. It's weird, bro.
That's true.
It's crazy because I didn't even notice that at first. That makes sense now. Yeah.
What did this look? What do you think this look means? Because Solo just stared at him, and Jacob, he just kind of shook his shoulders, like, you happy now? Like, this is what you left for? Like I said, he's an agitator. We all got that. We all know somebody's an agitator.
Right.
And Jacob just looked at him like, dang, bro, you did tell me, and I didn't listen. Like, yeah, and look at you now. And they just looking at him like, you ought to be. It's so demoralizing. Where like you leave a group and say, man, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go solo and I'm gonna do my own thing. And and then you fail. And the same people that you left is looking at you like they just watching you fail. They watch you take that walk of shame.
What happened, man?
Like, look, I brought you in. You supposed to listen to me. You know what I mean?
Was Solo right, fellas? Was he right?
Yeah, man. He it's gonna be funny though, because Solo lost to Roman in tribal combat. And then just kind of went away. It seemed like he didn't do nothing because he never acknowledged Roman.
He came back with his own group.
Yeah.
You're right.
So that's just such the little brother thing to do. And you look at the way like he's really become very comedic. Like his comedic chops are just on point. So I'm excited. I think this could lead to something at SummerSlam.
Like what? What are we thinking? Because I loved it. I love the MFT. I love the concept because it looked like a copycat version of, okay, I'm gonna do what you did, Roman. I'm gonna call some cousins too.
Right.
When he first brought in Tama Tonga, and then okay, cool. I know exactly, and I'm gonna call all the ones that you didn't want to call, the ones that don't got no rules.
Like you said, everybody have it in their family. Those cousins that nobody mess with.
But
like, nah, leave them where
I can see them. I can see them snatching Tyler. He's still young.
He's the baby. He's younger than all of them.
Exactly. Yeah, I can see Roman and them snatching him. Like, man, let me get look, let's get you before you get, like Tama Tonga already off the hinges. It's too late for him.
I don't know. The thing about the teasing they've given us, Brian, is there still gas? Remember, at one point before we was nervous about him getting released, him and Solo haven't quite been on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
And that they was kind of teasing it, but then, like I said, we had that awkward moment. We was like, "Uh-oh, is he about to get released or not?" But then
maybe Solo's the one left without a tribe. Remember?
Is it possible? Can Solo ever get back in line? I don't see how your boy makes this possible. Like, how do you get so like you talked about Solo, Brian H. Solo's on a different level now. I love, like I said, when I say I love the MNT, I love it because it's like a little mini bloodline, but it's his version of it. He's like, nah, I'm not in the bloodline. This is how it's supposed to be. And I'm like, because he has that old Damien attitude. I'd rather very Luciferian. I'd rather rule in hell than serve in heaven. You know what I mean? And it's like
the YS6 around just long enough.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's like they cut everybody.
Yeah, right. But I saw when I looked at this, right? I saw SummerSlam, Roman Solo. That was the first thought as I'm watching this, and I was like, "Whoa!" And he said, "I got something for him." Yeah, because again, he never acknowledged Roman. Roman ain't forget that, and then he's still sitting up here acting like he the king and he's the guy around here. At any time Solo and Jay get on the microphone and go back and forth, it's cinema.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
You won't be seeing Roman Solo because he lost. So Solo lost. So you won't be seeing that.
But see, he's going to make a claim. He's going to want to, he's going to want another shot. Roman got a title, so he can always say, And again, main event with your. Yeah, really
Michaels, the click.
Look, do you blame him?
No, not at all.
Wait, this word is
he's doing exactly what he said he was going to do.
Somebody make me the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. I'm calling the real Dwayne Allen. I'm calling Brother Hugh. Hey, what position you want? Okay,
bro. Yeah, that's what everybody else does.
Yeah, exactly. We seeing this play out on wrestling.
Yeah.
But it's actually making sense. See, Sean, the problem with him was he didn't really get a chance to go through with it because his guys wasn't as reliable, or they was on their way out the door. Razor was Razor was already like in trouble once he decided, he wasn't gonna stick around. So they couldn't turn Razor so he could work with Sean. And then X-Pac was just in rehab. So we never really got to see it play out. We heard the stories later. Triple H wasn't that guy yet, it'd be some matches, but it wasn't gonna be no main event program.
And he had to pay for the he had to pay for the
gonna eat shit
and
like it.
Right.
I was like, man, that's a real Mitch move. You gonna make me pay? It wasn't even my idea, bro. You ain't gonna say nothing to Sean, though, right?
Yeah.
He's a champion.
Sean ain't gonna say nothing. Like you ain't gonna say, bro. See,
fellas, this is the bloodline has gone to dangerous levels.
Yeah, best to believe it.
I mean, when I say dangerous levels, I mean dangerous levels. I don't understand why Finn Balor got traded to. Well, I know why Finn Balor got traded to SmackDown, because if I'm him, he might never sniff another main event in Raw ever again.
Oh, I saw that coming, bro.
And it's not even it. The freaking. It's not even his fault. And this is what we're looking. This is what we're looking at, brother Hugh, for the next couple of years. If Roman Reigns keeps this title, we never going to see LA Knight in that mix. We're going to see a lot of guys. We're going to be watching them setting up all these bowling pins just to get knocked down.
Yep.
And Roman don't even gotta be there with Jay and Jacob Fatu running around as representatives of what you got going on. Bro, everybody is going to be my man. Y'all got my man LA Knight losing his mind. You see. Please tell me y'all saw the interaction between him and Adam Pearce.
Yeah,
bro,
that was hilarious.
He's losing his mind. He was like, "Oh, I see what you did there. Hold, let me see your finger." And then he put his hand up like that. It's like, "Oh, that's exactly what I thought was going on." And Adam Pearce is like, "You have got to be kidding me right now." And I'm like, once again, face turned tomato red. And he's like, "This is what you got going on. I see what you're doing." And because he remembers, and everybody knows the terror that the Bloodline caused for 4 years straight. Kevin Owens couldn't break through. Drew McIntyre couldn't break through. Brock Lesnar couldn't even break through. And they put a bunch of tables and chairs over him so he wouldn't get up after he flipped up to track the ring and all that kind of stuff. And that still didn't work. You talking about adding Jacob Fatu, bro? The twins ain't got to do nothing. They're gonna stick that big dude. Yo, it's a wrap. Roman don't even gotta be there. We not gonna see nobody else get a chance. You over Femi, you might as well cancel Christmas. He can't even get into the flow. There's no possible way. Because I imagine Obafemi saying, "Roman, I'm calling you out," and Jacob goes, "You got to go through me." They're going to kill each other.
I mean, it's been a different bloodline so far. Nobody's been involved in matches and whatnot.
And you believe because who's getting in the ring with him? Who's getting in the ring with anybody? You pick your poison. You want Jay, Big Jim, or Jacob? Just to get to Roman.
Yeah,
bro.
Yeah, dude, man.
No, you guys are terrorists because you guys are going along with this foolishness. And I'm like, bro, y'all must have forgot what these last 4 years was like. It took Cody and the Avengers to take this guy out. Not to mention, we know The Rock is always lurking. He's always lurking.
Right.
Who knows what the heck he's up to, and who knows what he's got up his sleeve. And who knows how desperate Roman Reigns is. That day he came back, he said, "I do not like the fact that I walk into this building and my locker room is not as big as it used to be." He got his own locker room. He's not happy that it's not as big as it used to be. And I'm like, he's sitting there going like he's uncomfortable. And I'm like, yo, this dude has lost his mind. He told his cousins before Thanksgiving, "I love y'all. I don't want to see y'all till Christmas." I said, that's petty because Thanksgiving is next month, Roman. It's only October. You got November coming up, and you tell them, "I love y'all. We got to do things my way. I keep telling y'all, I love y'all. I don't even want to see y'all till Christmas." And they sit there and took it. Like that's like they really been programmed since they was kids because that's how they grew up. Roman was always big bro. Whatever he was, he always beat them into submission. And they just went along with it. That's rude. And now you add Jacob Fatu to the one guy you didn't even want. He said, "Nah, we not calling certain cousins because they don't listen. They don't fall in line. You got to go through a tribal combat match to get him to fall in line." And now he's in line. I'm like, yo, this who, brother, you tell me who in the locker room gonna face Roman Reigns at some point.
Look, man, I have no idea.
No, tell me somebody.
Who's
going to contend?
It's only Cody.
He's the champion of an entire different show.
Right. I don't know. There's nobody else.
Because he's the last person that has experience even beating him. Seth Rollins got his own problems because them young boys is going to tear him in half. Braun Breaker's like, "Look, check this out, old man." He said, when he told him that your shoulder's not even strong enough to hold a championship on it anymore, I said, "Dang, that's not nice." He just had surgery on his shoulder. For you to say that, like, Seth Rollins is the one that was causing all the problems. Like, we grew up in our adulthood of Seth Rollins causing problems. They calling this guy the old fart now. He has bigger problems on his hands. He don't got time for no Roman and nobody else.
Every time Balor said he want to go at them, it's like somebody in the way.
Finn Balor said, "I request a trade, please, to SmackDown. Jacob Fatu just joined the Bloodline. I don't need to be here. Let's try some fresh matchups." They didn't tell us who the heck Raw got for Finn Balor, but who is going to sit in their locker room and sit there and challenge Roman Reigns, the Usos together, or Big Jim, or Jay by themselves, or Jacob Fatu by themselves, or if you end up in a freaking war game situation where you got to face the whole group now? Who tell me who? Fellas, a monopoly has been placed over the WWE. Y'all might as well cancel Christmas. I don't care who debuts. I don't care who's champion right now. You're never going to enjoy it because as long as Roman Reigns has Jacob Fatu in the Bloodline, he is never going to lose that championship. Ever. Nope. It's not possible. There's nobody in there that can challenge Obafemi. He by himself. The Brock Lesnar took him out. Right. 7 F5s. So you can't get your hopes up like, oh, he's going to be the savior. Hey, listen, not a Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar might only show up in WWE just to screw Obafemi. Just like you won't see Brock Lesnar for 6 months until Obafemi got a title match, and then he pops up and beats him up and leaves again. Like I can see that happen. They keep this man's retired. Brock Lesnar, you come back. No, I'm retired. He thinks it's funny. I don't think it's funny. He's getting everybody like, oh, he's supposed to be retired. He retired. Man, that's what he said. And in his mind, he might be retired. Yeah, I don't work full time. You never did. I don't like the fact that you guys have not seen a sense of urgency. Y'all gonna be
great, bro.
You guys are gonna be upset. You guys are gonna be pissed when Roman Reigns turns heel. Jay already turning heel. Like they beat up their own cousin. If you beat up your own cousin, nobody else is safe. He beat up his own cousin. And Jay, remember Jay the week before? Jay got the swing in the chair. I say they really about to fight. Like, get some cookout type stuff. Somebody got to drinking too much. Somebody got to eating too much, and they talking crazy at the mouth. It's late. We didn't all been here since 4 in the afternoon. It's about 2 in the morning now, and now everybody's starting to act the fool. They coming out their shirts. That's what I saw in the ring. I'm like, Jay's losing. Like, okay, I'm sick of you not listening. And Jacob told her, hey, Jay, listen, I acknowledge him. I don't acknowledge you, brother. We just gotta stop getting. We just
all started over a spades game. That's what it is.
Bingo. Somebody got the cheat.
We did.
And somebody flipped over the spades table. Now it's like, see me. They didn't have too much in their system, and now they're like, man, jump. That's what I'm watching right now. And that guy is now in your group. That's some gangster type stuff. You get jumped into gangs. It's like, all right, y'all just beat me up. Now I'm gonna ride or die for the group now.
Yeah.
No. Y'all are crazy. Y'all out your minds. Y'all might as well give it up. It's not gonna be enough. We're not gonna see nothing else but bloodline stuff. And Roman's not wrestling. He's not having no matches on Raw. He's only gonna defend his title. I mean, he's gonna spill some.
He said he's full time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, full time for TV. This is a content creation business. He will never defend that title if it's not for the 40,000 plus people.
Exactly.
Makes
That's
sense.
what y'all want.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Brother. I'm glad you got that look on your face because I don't think you realized what we was getting into. I told you. I said this group is dangerous. We're never going to see who. Okay, so who? Okay, let's give a take.
Maybe who everything get right in the world again.
Who even gets in a situation where they get to become number one contender and you got to deal with them? That's why LA Knight is freaking out. Huh? That's what you're doing? You let this go down? You see what he just did last? And I'm like, and they keep acting like LA Knight. You tripping right now. He's like, I'm not sitting here for this. Yeah, he got the oofalala. He keeps saying the wrong stuff. I'm like, bro, you're making it worse, LA Knight. You're making it worse.
He's hilarious, bro.
He's gonna get traded to SmackDown. We're gonna have Danhausen on Raw completely, but then he does whatever he wants to do.
That's it. That's
it
right
there. There's
there.
a curse on the bloodline, but they'll beat it out of him. He would never curse nobody again.
Danhausen be like, I quit WWE. I got that.
Nah, he could get his own TV show
by the bloodline, and I don't think I want to do this anymore. He gonna be like, yo, how y'all beat up Danhausen?
Look, he working on getting his own TV show, courtside seats. Shoot, next 3 more ways away. Danhausen's a made man. He ain't gonna never have to wrestle again. He gonna walk the streets of New York with everything.
Yeah.
So he might be your last hope.
Roman Reigns literally said the whole locker room is on notice. What locker room? They're gone. Nobody's between you and over Femi beating everybody up. I haven't seen my boys Angel Garza and they disappeared. My Los Garza, they disappeared.
Did he send them to AAA?
Bro,
no, they didn't even go to AAA.
They showed up to Raw to talk to Adam Pearce. They got beat up. They was minding their business talking to some chicalitas. And then he snatches them from the back, beats them up, and they black out their social media pages. I'm like, come on, bro. Nobody's gonna be like this. Between y'all division, this is Raw's getting out of hand. And y'all think it's
nemesis all over again.
And you think it's funny? And guess what? Cody Rhodes is like, look, I'm gonna see you in Saudi, but I'm going back to Fridays. I don't have time to deal with you. I'm QB1. It's like, yeah, you QB1. Did you see the face off they had backstage? Cody Rhodes broke the eye contact first. I said, that's rule number 1. Don't break the eye contact first.
Right.
Well, you know why? Because when Roman was walking back, before that part, he said QB1 out of here. They bleeped it out though.
Yeah, on the camera. He did his Booker T promo where you run to the camera real quick and start talking to the camera mic.
Mm-hmm.
And then they said, and here come the journalist. Hey, I don't know if you guys heard it, but I can't say the words, but this is what he said. What? I'm like,
yeah,
ain't let nothing slide. Cody like, I didn't see it, but I watched it back.
Very Shawn Michaels. I don't remember, but if that's what they said, then I must have did it. It was a different time in my life.
The real question is, does Jay win that title?
No, he's not, because he's unhinged. He's unhinged. He's unhinged.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. What if he does?
No, that they
He
wouldn't
ain't
do
gonna
that.
win, and then he gonna get beat.
If Jay, I can see Jay being in the main event and losing, and then Jacob saying, "Yeah, I should have been the one in that main event. I'd have came home with the WWE Championship. Just ask
There it
Roman.
is. There it
Ask
is.
Roman. I took Roman to the toe, and then Roman probably sitting in the ring looking like, he plays, devil's advocate
Yeah.
sometimes. Roman
Yeah.
sitting like, I don't know. Jacob did take it to me kind of hard. Maybe
Yo,
he
this
would have
dude- This dude really
manipulative.
4 kids at home, and
Which
then
one?
4 kids at work.
Right. Which one?
3 kids at work. Roman.
Yeah, bro, like, it's ridiculous. Like he's big cuz. He older than all of them, so he got to take care. That's their culture. That's the way it works. And I'm like, bro, you being real,
back in his joint.
man. Listen,
Oh, wait a minute, brother Hugh. You just opened up a can of worms right there. Because we'll Sammy take the title from Cody.
no, I don't know. I
He'd be
see.
like, hey man, look, let me back in, Us. We film Usi, we run it back.
I mean, yeah, they do have
It's possible.
why not?
Sammy is becoming unhinged. He's like,
Yes.
he's having his Mick Foley moment. He's like, I'm the last. When he told him I'm the last real good guy around here, I said, oh, he about to have a nervous break. This is how bad guys are created in TV shows and movies. Where it's like you get tired of being a good guy, you try to do the right thing, and y'all keep playing with me. He gonna turn heel and lose his mind.
Yep.
Now, if he joins the Bloodline, this is ridiculous. Talking about Jacob Fatu. This is the most dangerous version of the Bloodline. I don't think it can get any more dangerous than this. If he gets Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga in the group 2, now we're talking NWO. We don't have a WCW to fight the NWO.
But see, the NWO got weaker as it got older. The Bloodline get more dangerous and stronger as it gets older.
That's the part. Like you think it's funny. It's not funny, Brian.
It's
H.
great, bro.
They're gonna beat up everybody.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna
Back
do it
to-
this time.
Back
See,
to
Cody was
overall
not-
100 Roman.
Cody
Gonna be looking stressed.
Bro, Cody, we knew Cody was on his way up, and we was like, yo, we can just get Cody going. There's only one man that can dethrone Roman, and even he had to go get the Avengers.
Right.
You feel me?
Now, where are they all now? They all broke down and old, and one of them is on Roman's side again, where he belonged. Jerk.
Man. And then Cody's on SmackDown. I said, look, man, I'll see you in Saudi, like I said. I'm not coming back. Everybody's
He might
getting
say, I
tripped.
ain't doing that match. I don't want that title.
Finn said, I'm gone. I don't need to be here. Royce Keys, I hope, listen to me. Royce Keys. Listen to me. This is scary. Roman Reigns name dropped somebody, a new guy. He said, oh, my name's been called. I said, this is about to be insane because Royce Keys ain't no slouch. He been kind of teetering, and they've been keeping him, can Roman Reigns show up on SmackDown? I don't know what's going on, but
Right.
I'm
Get
sorry.
ready.
I'm gonna now, when y'all see Roman Reigns on the thumbnails for like 6 weeks straight, don't complain. Just click on it and watch the show.
Absolutely.
It's because y'all wanted him back,
Yep.
and he's made it very clear I'm at the tippy top and I'm not going anywhere. And every week for the last 3 weeks, we've been talking about Roman because he back doing Roman things. This is not going to end well for us. We went through this for 4 years. Got my man Kevin Owens on X talking about I miss wrestling, right? Because he wants another shot at Roman, but I'm like, you can't even count on him.
Yeah,
Man, this is bad. This is bad. But the bloodline is just.
Well, you still have CM Punk.
CM Punk, bro, at his age, his knees gave out. Okay, his knees gave out. His knees gave out. He gonna put up a fight.
Old.
He gonna put up a like he handled every insult until somebody called him old. He got mad and plucked him. And in the match, his knees gave out. Okay, what are we talking about right now? His knees gave out. Is Drew McIntyre Raw? Or is he still on SmackDown? He's on SmackDown.
He's on SmackDown technically, but yeah.
Triple H don't abide by them rules. He gonna be like, yeah,
right.
Apparently, Roman's back. I told you. I tried to save you all. But now Roman and his family are back. I'm like, see, Drew McIntyre tried to warn us a long time ago that this man is about to run roughshod over WWE, period. Not just Monday Night Raw. I mean, over everybody.
That's what y'all better call Big Drew.
They can create the union, Drew, LA Knight. Who else is mad because of that? Maybe Sammy, a face Sammy.
bro.
I don't know.
I've seen like all those talking about call it put together a union, man. If it didn't work the first time,
Bro,
it's fine.
just embrace it, bro.
No, Brian H. We're in danger. Like this is threat level midnight on some Michael Scott type stuff. This is threat level midnight,
right?
Like I came on this show deliberately, like, bro, I have to warn the people. This is going to be bad.
This is going to be great. I'm trying to tell you,
they are going to paint the WWE red and black.
Red.
Woo! Who knows how many times? And there's nobody. I mean, AJ Styles is gone. Gunther is beefing with Cody Rhodes. Got bigger problems to worry about because if you think he's not coming to get a sit back, we didn't talk about that match. That's the one match we missed. We didn't talk about Cody and Gunther.
I didn't watch it. I saw clips.
This is an old school classic gladiator bout. And Gunther lost on a technicality. He got his foot underneath the ropes and the referee ain't see it. So you know what that means, right? There's going to be a part 2. But Gunther, we know he does not play fair. He might call for Cody Rhodes' career. Hey, listen, I want something. You better retire too. Like I don't trust Gunther. I'm still got personal beef. We forgot to even talk about that guy. I tell you, Cody Rhodes is occupied. Roman ain't gonna be his issue because we all thought years ago we got rid of this problem, and what happened? We right back to where we are. So I'm done, fellas. You guys think it's funny? It's not gonna be 2 funny. Years. I swear, brother. If you put ones in the air, I want that Marvin the Martian mug confiscated immediately. But in the meantime, please follow us on all our social media platforms at Wrestling Realm. Subscribe to our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube at the Wrestling Realm. Follow Championship Culture on Instagram at Championship Culture _. Go back and watch all 4 seasons of Championship Culture on our YouTube channel as well at youtube.com/the Wrestling Realm. Don't make that face, brother Hugh. Don't make that face. I was watching belt stuff earlier today, so that's what I thought about. Okay. Hazard Earth 5. You ever watch Hazard Earth 5? He's like one of the guys. Hazard Earth 5. So he's doing shorts now where he's like comparing belt stuff. So it's good stuff.
Yeah, so I see it.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's it. I did the outro. You guys think it's funny. Roman Reigns is going to be, you're going to be mad when you go to a show. I'm trying to do something to get y'all fired up. It's not working. You're going to be mad when you go to a show and it's going to be nothing but Roman Reigns t-shirts everywhere. And you're like, bro, I want Danhausen. Roman Reigns and Danhausen t-shirts everywhere. You're not gonna be able to get no Soul Ruca t-shirts or no Becky Lynch just because the Bloodline is gonna have everything. Y'all wait and see, bro. It's cool. I'm getting out of here. Wrestling fans, stay wrestling fans. Y'all gonna thank me later when y'all say, God dang it, Bill just told us this is ridiculous. It's Bloodline, this Bloodline, that. Tell me we got Bloodline hangover. But you better get used to it. You better get punch drunk off of it now because it ain't going nowhere no time soon. Because you guys
you're gonna get another ugly bill.
Sound like a mad rapper, bro. Tell him why you mad, bro. Tell him why you mad.
Right.
This is what you guys wanted. You guys are going to find out how in trouble everybody else in WWE is. Now that the Jacob Fatu has joined the Bloodline. They tried to change the name and they changed it back. You don't think there's no type of ulterior motives? I don't have time. Fellas, we out of here. Y'all gonna thank me later. We gone.
Houston, we have a problem.
For all exclusive shows and bonus material, subscribe to our Patreon channel at patreon.com/thewrestling_realm. You can watch all of our Wrestling Realm content anytime on youtube.com/thewrestling realm.